Hi everyone, my activity today is for Year 1 in Earth and Space Sciences. This is in the Explore phase and I have adapted an activity from the Primary Connections unit, changes all around. So there's a little bit of prep here for teachers. They will need to take a photograph of a natural change within the school environment and a change made by humans within the school environment. We'd start off by reviewing the previous lesson. Here students explored how we can identify changes made naturally and changes made by humans. So then I would introduce the photographs that I've taken, preferably on an interactive whiteboard, but I'll show you here. I've got a picture of a zucchini plant from the school garden and some scaffolding that's gone up in the school building. Here we'd ask, where do you think that these features are within the school? And then we'd like to move outside as a whole class, emulating what scientists do, going out in the field and collecting evidence and data. Once we get to these features, it's hard for me to show you, of course. I can't take you outside. We'd have a bit of a discussion about what we're going to do. So we're going to take some photographs over a period of time, preferably 3 to 6 photographs. So perhaps once a day for a week. And we'd have a discussion about how we should take the photograph. So should we take the photograph from different angles each time or exactly the same? Why or why not? And do you think that photographs are the best way to collect our evidence for this particular activity? Why or why not? Or is there something else that may be better, and why and why not? And then what changes do you think we will see when we photograph it the next time? I'll record all of these student responses and perhaps put them into a class science journal so we can look back, and that's evidence of our ideas and changing over time. So I'll introduce you now to our little worksheet here. So I've got the photographs here in the feature column: natural, man-made, and we've got a blank one here, so we'll ask the students to leave that for now. And here in this column, how I think it will change. So we'd ask the students to write a simple sentence, draw a diagram, and perhaps some labels. I would also ask the students to perhaps do a role play as well. So if it's a picture of a flower opening up, or a building, building blocks over time. So that's a really great way to use role play for an SGR there as well. I'd give them time to discuss these changes in pairs and show their partner their role play. And then we're moving on to our last column. Here you can choose a feature within the school that you would like to monitor for change. So it could be natural or it could be man-made. Okay, preferably, if time allows, the students could photograph, mark where they're going to see this change and photograph it, or they can simply draw it. And again, simple sentence, diagram, simple labeling, and a bit of a role play of how they think it will change over time. So of course we'll have to come up with a roster of who's going to be taking these photographs and when, and we will be reviewing the time lapse next week for discussion.